Welcome to Wins News. I'm your friend and host, Amit Roy. I was seeing so many people were killed in Pahalgam, and some people are calling it an intelligence failure. But it's not an intelligence failure. It's not at all an intelligence failure. You know, tactically, this place is very ideal for a terrorist attack. I was observing the place and trying to collect some data, and I found it's very good place for an ambush, to set up an ambush. Anyway, my suggestion is not to the tourists why you should be careful, how you should be careful when you are visiting a place. You know, I must say you cannot keep police everywhere. That is not possible. It is not possible anywhere. So you have your own responsibility. You have your own responsibility defending yourself. You have your own responsibility to evade capture. I will give you some tips so that you can save yourself from this kind of danger. I have some experience, so I would like to share that so that Indian tourists or other tourists also would at least have some chance to escape from this kind of, you know, terrorist attacks. Okay, before that, I want to request you, please like me, and share my channel and make comments on my channel. You know, it is not a terror. It is not a this terror attack could not have been prevented. It was sort of, I will say, though there are four men it's telling, it's sort of, lone wolf kind of attack. TRF is a hound kind of thing, and they were wrecking the place very long time. You know, terrorists do not wreck you only one place; they will wreck you 3, 4 places, and in an opportune time they will attack. They cannot attack heavily guarded places like Amarnath, Srinagar, etc., but they can attack remote places. And it's a terrible blunder for the tourists and even local administration to allow people to go into these kind of places like so-called Switzerland. My father went there. Even I went to Pahalgam, but I didn't go to, long time ago I went to Pahalgam, but I didn't go to this kind of remote places. And that time there was no terrorism. I want to tell you something. Terrorists will look for an opportunity. This is their job. They wanted to show investment must not come. They want to show it's not a safe place and investment must not come. Besides, there is a ongoing political problem, power struggle inside Pakistan. They are trying to free that general who was trying to pally with Taliban, and he was Imran Khan's friend. And this is some sort of thing going on, and so-called, Dawish government of Sharifs, Muslim League, should be kicked out, and some sort of pressure must build on taken out from the domestic economy, etc. This is a very fundamental logic. Plus, there is a Chinese angle I have mentioned in my previous video. That's the main angle. But what tourists should do? Yeah, police are doing their job. I have no complaint against police, except they must deploy lot of some cobras. Cobras are the best fighting unit in India, but they are not deploying cobras in a proper way. That's the folly, if you say, and I've suggested that many times. Anyway, coming to the tourists, what tourists will do? First of all, you don't go to a remote place. Don't go to a remote place. I'm giving my experience. As a tourist, I went to Shillong, and my itinerary, when I saw my itinerary, I saw we were supposed to go to a track in village and jungle. And I was very upset. Why you have done that without discussing with me? Why should I go to a forested area where there is no protection and all? But I had to go. But it was suicidal, I must say, for anybody, any tourist, not only for defense personnel, security analysts, reporters, but for anybody. You go to unknown places, you might face problems. There is a map. There is a golden rule. You follow the map. Don't go beyond the map. Indians do not care about going to the maps. They don't know. They don't plan their itinerary. They don't know much about traveling. The first generation travelers, they're going hogging things. But this is not the way. you must be very well planned before your any travel you undertake. Your travel agent would not tell you everything. You have to scout and gather information of the place. And when you enter in the place, anywhere you go, you must find out the exit. That's the first golden rule. How about the exit? What would be the exit plan in case you have a earthquake, fire, flood, whatever? You must think about that. A Bandh, India is a democratic country, so called, and there can be Bandh anytime. Rail roko. You have to think this kind of thing in advance. I think Indian tourists are not taught like that in a way how travelers should behave. Secondly, I am telling a very, very dangerous things Indian tourists. I'm not about talking about Srinagar and all. In general, they go out in the evening. There is a golden rule, you do unknown place, you don't go out in the evening. There is a golden rule. You don't follow. There is a golden rule. When you travel, you don't eat on the street, you don't eat non-veg foods. I avoid non-veg food. I am a hardcore carnivora kind of animal, but I avoid non-veg food in when I'm traveling. When I'm in a good restaurant, well, I do that. Second golden rule: you must have a toilet. Find out a toilet. What is a toilet? This is a very important thing. They don't care. You must carry a compass with you, map with you all the time. Google Map or whatever. Those in my time we used to carry maps. We have their maps are freely available in tourist offices. I don't know what is happening today. My time it was freely available in all tourist offices, and they are very friendly. And you must have a first aid box. That's very important. Carry some medicine. I'm not talking only about terrorist attacks, but for your own safety, you know, you must have some sort of basic kind of thing, dysentery, bandage, etc., etc. Dysentery medicine is this kind of thing, and you follow the map. Never, never, never go out the map. I'm sure this Pahalgam, so-called uh, Switzerland, had no map. The place they have mentioned, not Pahalgam town, maybe the place where they have gone. And I say how difficult it is, for even army personnel. I'm told there is a sort of soggy ground and there's small entrance. These are death traps. These are fucking death traps. Why police personnel? I don't know why they didn't think about it. It's not. I understand you cannot post police there, but this kind of things must be analyzed in advance. A difficult kind of way out. Wooded area. They might come from wooded area. That's a perfect cover. That's what I said. You need cobras. You need cobras. They are much better than paras. They are much better than paras. Paras have big egos, but cobras are cool. That's what I'm mentioning. You deploy cobras. And teach cobras slithering from helicopters also. And cobra, para, they must work in tandem for a time. I have a good, respect for Jammu Kashmir police. I saw a very good thing I enjoyed. Those TRF terrorist houses are blown out. I like that. That kind of South American style reciprocity must be encouraged. You do that. Take out gloves from your fist. Take out gloves from your fist. Punch them hard. If you can get them, get their houses. That's well done. Well done. I like it. So these are things. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but there are political kind of jargons are coming out from different quarters. When you hit somebody, don't tell I will hit you and hit you there and there. You just hit them. Just hit them. There are many ways to hit Pakistan, I tell you. Many ways to hit Pakistan. I'll not go openly. There are many, many dirty ways to hit Pakistan. Or anybody. They are earning so much salary, they must be knowing that. So, this is my humble submission. When you hit somebody, go and fuck him. Talk though. But don't shout. After you fuck somebody, you tell you have done it. But don't bark in the beginning. I will do that. We'll find out. If you are not America, I tell you. Bring in CIA. Discuss with that kind of outfit to improve your intelligence capability. I will say it's not a failure of tactical intelligence. But certainly, you need to learn a lot of things. I see your podcast. There is shitty third class, not even graduate I don't know, he's got past school certificate. His name is something. His claims is a hitman from so raw. He is the intelligence chief of India. Every day he boasts, I know this, I know that, I know Mossad. Fuck you, know Mossad. Mossad is a big, very big thing. Your entire life, your bosses, your chief do not know what Mossad or CIA is doing. So don't talk rubbish. Don't show your paras are talking rubbish sometime on the television. I get detested. I'm enjoying Cobra's operations. They're good. Anyway, this is my submission for the tourists. Do not endanger yourself. Your life is your life. Your life is, don't go to a conflict zone without being prepared, without collecting all informations, all exits. You have an exit plan, evacuation plan. You must may make it. And don't carry very old people into this kind of places, I'm telling you. Anyway, and I want to tell you one more thing. It's a very simple thing. Before you go to any tourist spot, you do a little bit of exercise. Take a 15 days, before you embark to an journey anywhere. In your home, you do a little bit of exercise. Minimum exercise. Okay, this is my humble submission. Please like me, share me, and make comments on my channel. Best wishes. Thank you very much. I contact it again, and I promise those perpetrators should be booked.